And more news here at 6. We're looking closely at Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear's newest push to launch a state-funded pre-K program, also known as Universal Pre-K. Isaiah Kim Martinez is here now following this. And Isaiah, you've been talking to the governor about this, but you're also getting some pushback from Republican lawmakers in Frankfort.
Well, Doug, they haven't entertained his Universal Pre-K proposal to this point, and it appears that isn't changing anytime soon. But Governor Beshear hopes state lawmakers, particularly the Republicans in charge, will change their tune once they get feedback from families who lack access. To get more perspective on this, I went to a preschool here in Louisville.
And this is where we start implementing our center approach.
Kiddie Academy of Louisville East on Brownsboro Road serves 160 kids from 6 weeks to 4 years old.
These are 4-year-olds. We graduated 17 in May. They're going to leave in August to go to kindergarten.
Academy Director Brenda Cahill shows us around the center, opened back in 2023, offering pre-K. A mom herself, she describes the difficult choice facing so many Kentucky families.
I was 20 years in the workforce. I wasn't ready to leave the workforce, so there wasn't anything high quality like I wanted. So that's the struggle.
I asked for her thoughts on the governor's continued effort to create a state-funded pre-K program to give every Kentucky 4-year-old access. She doesn't think it's the only solution, but did say they do need more government support.
More financial subsidies for families. We need them to up the threshold of income levels so more of them can have access to this.
The governor signing an executive order creating an advisory committee to study existing pre-K models across the country and get feedback from Kentucky families and businesses.
I never want to be at a disadvantage, especially when what we're not doing is hurting our kids.
But Kentucky House Speaker David Osborne of Prospect, a Republican, feels there are better ways to accomplish this goal, telling me in a statement, quote, "We continue to hear from Kentucky families that they need quality, year-round child care, not a universal preschool model. In fact, there are grave concerns that forcing this model through will decimate existing private and nonprofit child care options and create even more child care deserts across the state." Meanwhile, JCPS's new superintendent-to-be, Brian Yearwood, tells me he backs universal pre-K 100%.
Anytime we can get a child in school in pre-K, it creates a greater opportunity for them to be successful in the academic environment.
Now, I also texted Republican State Representative Jason Nemes of Middletown. He tells me, quote, "I can't imagine that anything has changed." He's talking about universal pre-K and the governor's proposal. He goes on to say the governor knows this and is just playing politics. The infrastructure is not there, end quote. Doug.
Isaiah, thank you very much.